In our lesson today, our focus is going to be on algebra word problems with a particular focus on word problems where we can use an equation to solve for what we're looking for. In the box at the top, it shows us that there are 5 steps for solving a word problem. Step number 1, the first thing we have to do is define the variable. After we've defined our variable, in step 2, we'll use our variable when we write an equation. Step 3 is solving the equation that we have written in step 2. Step 4, we're going to check our answer from step 3. And then step 5, we're going to write a final statement, a short sentence that explains what our answer means. Okay, to get a better sense of these 5 steps, let's check out our first example. It says 4 times a number increased by 7 is 63. Find the number. Okay, so the thing that we are looking for in this case is the value of the number that they're talking about. What are you looking for? The value of the number. We don't know what number that they're talking about. 4 times some number increased by 7 is equal to 63. Since I know I'm looking for some value of a number, in step 1 where it says define the variable, okay, I'm going to write in step 1 something called a let statement, where I'm going to say let n, which is my variable, equal what I'm looking for, which in this case is the value of the number. Let n equal the value of the number. Now that I've established what my variable represents, I'm going to use it in an equation for step number 2. And I'm going to go back and read my keywords. It says 4 times some number, which I've called n. So I'm going to start off by writing 4n. Increased by 7, so I'm going to add 7 to that. Is 63. Is in this example means equals, so equals 63. 4 times a number increased by 7 is 63. Find the number. So we have to figure out what the value of n is. This is a 2-step equation. All right, so my first step in solving this is to subtract 7 from each side so that I can isolate the variable term. 7 minus 7 is 0, so I'm just left with the variable term, which is 4n. 63 minus 7 is 56. Now to get n, I'm going to divide each side by 4. 4n divided by 4 is 1n. And 56 divided by 4 is 14. So there is step number 3. We have just solved the equation. We think n is 14. Step 4, we're going to check using the original equation. So step 4, write the word check. The equation said 4n plus 7 equals 63. We think that n is 14, so we'll substitute that value in. And now following the order of operations, I'll multiply first. 4 times 14 is 56. And then when you do 56 plus 7, you do get 63. 63 equals 63, so the check works. And now step 5, write a final statement. Remember, we were looking for the value of the number, so we can say that the value of the number is, and then we go back to step 3, it was 14. That was the value of the number that we checked. The value of the number is 14. In example 2, we're told that 8 times Claire's age plus 4 times her age decreased by 25 is 71. Find Claire's age. So again, what are we looking for? We are looking for Claire's age. So in step 1, when we define our variable, we can again say let n equal, this time it's going to equal Claire's age, since that's what we're looking for. N equals Claire's age. Now, step 2, let's use that variable in an equation. 8 times Claire's age, which we've just called n, so 8 times n, plus 4 times her age, which again we've called n, so 4 times n, decreased by 25 minus 25 means equals 71. There's a good equation. 8n plus 4n minus 25 equals 71. All right, I see that I have similar variable terms here that I can combine. 8n plus 4n is 12n minus 25 equals 71. Next, I'll add 25 to each side. On the left, negative 25 plus 25 is 0, leaving us with 12n. 71 plus 25 is 96, so 12n equals 96. Now to get n, we'll just divide each side by 12. Okay, and then I'm out of space, so I'll write step 3 over here. 12n divided by 12 is n, equals 96 divided by 12, which is 8. N equals 8. Step 4 is our check. So again, the original equation said 8n plus 4n minus 25 equals 71. We think n is 8, so replace n with 8. 8 times 8 plus 4 times 8 minus 25 equals 71. We'll multiply before we add or subtract. 8 times 8 is 64, plus 4 times 8 is 32, minus 25 equals 71. Now left to right, 64 plus 32 is 96. And 96 minus 25 is 71, so the check works out. And so step 5, again, remember, we were looking for Claire's age. So we can say here that Claire is 8 years old. That's what our answer of 8 means. Claire is 8 years old. In example 3, we're told that as a salesperson, you're paid $50 per week plus $3 per sale. This week, you want your pay to be $155. Find the number of sales you need to make in order to earn $155. So what are you looking for? Find the number of sales you need to make. So when we're looking for something here, it's the number of sales. So in step 1, when we define our variable, we can say let n equal the number of sales. How many sales do we need to make so that we can make our goal of making $155? Okay, step number 2 is our equation. You get paid $50 per week plus $3 per sale. Okay, so we're going to get $50 for working for the week plus $3 per sale, which we called n. So 3 times n, the number of sales. And this week, we want all of that to equal $155. So n, how many sales do we need to make? Let's solve this equation. We'll start by subtracting 50 on each side. On the left, 50 minus 50 is 0, leaving us with 3n. On the right, 155 minus 50 is 105. And now we'll divide each side by 3. 3n divided by 3 is n. 105 divided by 3 is 35. And there's step number 3. We've just solved the equation. Step 4 is our check. Rewrite the equation. 50 plus 3n equals 155. We think that n is 35, so we'll replace n with 35 in our example, in our check. And following the order of operations, we need to multiply first. So we're going to have 50 plus 3 times 35. Well, that's 105. And if you add 50 with 105, you get 155, which equals 155. So the check works. Step number 5, write a short little sentence. We were again looking for the number of sales. So we need to say that you need to make, and then our answer was 35. 35 sales to earn $155. You need to make 35 sales in order to earn $155. In example 4, we're told that 7 less than twice a number is 33. Find the number. So what are we looking for? Well, in this, again, we're looking for the value of the number. We're looking for the value of the number. So in step number 1, our let statement is going to say let n equal the value of the number. Okay, we don't know what number it is that they're talking about, so that's what we're looking for. Step 2, use your variable now. 7 less than twice a number. Remember, with less than, you need to reverse the order. So we're going to start with twice a number, which means to multiply our number by 2. 2 times n. 7 less than that, I'm going to subtract 7 from that. And this time it is or equals 33. 2n minus 7 equals 33. Let's solve this two-step equation. We'll start by adding 7 to each side. On the left, negative 7 plus 7 is 0, leaving us with 2n. On the right, 33 plus 7 is 40. Now divide each side by 2, and we get n equals 20. So there's step number 3. Step 4 is our check. The equation said 2n minus 7 equals 33. Replace n with our answer, which was 20. 2 times 20 minus 7 equals 33. Multiply before you subtract. 2 times 20 is 40. And when you do 40 minus 7, you do get 33. So the check works out. And now step 5 is our sentence. Again, we were looking for the value of the number, which in step 3 we found to be 20. The value of the number is 20. In example 4, they tell us that 3/5 of those attending a club picnic decided to play touch football. After one more person decided to play, there were 16 people. How many people attended the picnic? How many people attended the picnic? That's what we want to know. So in step 1, when we do our let statement, let n equal the number of people at the picnic. That's what we want to know. How many people attended the picnic? Step 2, we're going to make our equation now. It says that 3/5 of those attending the picnic decided to play football. Well, n is the number of people that are at the picnic. So if I want 3/5 of those people, I need to do 3/5 times n. All right. Then one more person decided to play. So these people were playing. Add one more person. That made a total of 16 people. So all of this equals 16 people that were playing touch football. Okay. We're going to solve this equation for n, and that's going to tell us how many people were at the picnic. So we'll start by subtracting 1 on each side. On the left, 1 minus 1 is 0, leaving us with 3/5 n. 16 minus 1 is just 15. Now, to get n, since it's being multiplied by 3/5, we're going to multiply by the reciprocal of that, which is 5/3, and we'll do that on both sides. Put 15 over 1. On the left, this is really nice because the 5 simplify the 1s and the 3 simplify the 1s, so all of this now is just our 1n. On the right, 3 and 15 have a common factor of 3. 3 goes into itself once and into 15 5 times. So it's 5 over 1 times 5 over 1, which is 5 times 5, or 25. There's step 3. We've just solved for the variable. We think n is 25. Step 4 is the check. Our equation said 3/5 n plus 1 equals 16. And we're going to replace n with our answer, which we think is 25. And I'm going to make that 25 over 1 plus 1 equals 16. Multiply first. 5 and 25 have a common factor of 5. 5 goes into itself once and into 25 5 times. So 3 over 1 times 5 over 1 is the same as 3 times 5, which is just 15. And then when you do 15 plus 1, you do get 16. 16 equals 16. The check works. Now step 5 is our sentence. How many people were at the picnic? Well, we just solved in step 3. 25 people attended the picnic. 25 people attended the picnic. In example 5, they tell us that for his long-distance phone service, Tony pays a $5 monthly fee plus 9 cents per minute. Last month, Tony's long-distance bill was $14.27. How many minutes was Tony billed? Okay, for how many minutes was Tony billed? That's what we're trying to figure out. So step number 1 is our let statement. Let our variable, I'm going to use n, equal the number of minutes. That's what I want to know. How many minutes was Tony billed for? Step 2, let's make our equation. So Tony has to pay a $5 monthly fee, so he has to pay $5, plus he has to pay 9 cents per minute. Now, 9 cents is 9 hundredths of a dollar. Remember, this is dollars right here. To convert cents into dollars, well, cents are hundredths of a dollar. So 9 cents is 9 hundredths of a dollar. So I'm going to use 9 hundredths times n per minute, which is our number of minutes, 9 hundredths times n. And when you pay your monthly fee plus the number of minutes, that's going to add up to a total bill of $14.27. So this is the equation that we can solve to figure out how many minutes Tony was billed for. Let's start by subtracting off $5 from each side, which was that monthly fee. 5 minus 5 is 0, leaving us with 9 hundredths, or 9 cents times n. $14.27 minus the $5 is $9.27. Now, in order to get n, which is our number of minutes that Tony was billed for, we're going to divide each side by the 9 hundredths. On the left, 9 hundredths n divided by itself is n. When you use your calculator, 9 and 27 hundredths divided by 9 hundredths, you get 103. So there's step 3. We think n is 103. Let's do a check now. Step 4. The equation said 5 plus 9 hundredths n equals 14 and 27 hundredths. We think that n is 103. 5 plus 9 hundredths times 103 equals 14 and 27 hundredths. We'll multiply first, so we're going to have 5 plus, and then if we do 103 times 9 hundredths, there's 9 and 27 hundredths. Now add 5 to that, and there's our 14 and 27 hundredths. So 14 and 27 hundredths equals 14 and 27 hundredths, which checks. So now let's write our sentence. Again, we want to know how many minutes was Tony billed for? Well, right here, our answer was 103. Tony was billed for 103 minutes.